did I want to buy something here? And what I mean by here is I stay in the Triad area of North Carolina, which is Greensboro and Salem High Point, or do I want to buy in Charlotte, which is only an hour away. But it's a big move for me and my kids and stuff because it's like the big city. Um, but so um, I went to my bank and I got pre-approved, but the amount that I got pre-approved for was really not enough to buy in Charlotte on a good side of town with a good school district. Basically, I don't know if I said it before in the last video, but Charlotte is like a hot market right now. So it's like if they put a house on the market today, it'll be gone by tomorrow basically. And the price range in Charlotte to have a good at least a halfway decent house is starting at $150,000 on to maybe $300,000. And the thing about it is that one street might be a bad neighborhood, but the street over is a good neighborhood. So you really, it's just, it is what it is. So with that being said, I could not afford to buy in Charlotte right now, so I started looking around here. My home buying journey thus far is, okay, I applied for a loan at Wells Fargo, which is my bank, and I got pre-approved for a loan, and then I started looking for houses. In the midst of looking for houses, one of the things that helped me get my purchase price up was I wanted to use two grants that are here in the North Carolina Housing Finance Agency, which is an agency that helps with down payment assistance and stuff like that. That was going to help me with my purchase price basically. And they deal with different lenders, so my bank was one of the lenders that they dealt with. So I started looking for houses, and in April the 16th, I got pre-approved, and I started looking for houses April the 16th. April the 19th, I went to a new home community to view the houses. They didn't have any houses to view. Actually, I saw the lots in the other houses, and then I saw the floor plan, and I kind of liked it. So I put in an offer, and so my realtor told me to go ahead on and call my lender to let them know that I may be going under contract for a house to see what all I needed to do. So I called my lender, and they were like, well, as of right now, we're suspended from using the North Carolina Housing Finance Agency with down payment assistance. And I should have known, because Wells Fargo gets in a lot of trouble. So they've suspended from working with grant programs in their home lending process. So if you were thinking about using Wells Fargo to help with down payment assistance, and that's who you wanted to get a pre-approved from, they can't do it. You may have to go a different route if you want to use them. But moving on. So I had to change lenders after I put in my I put in an offer with the pre-approval with my first one. I had to go and find another lender, which was no fault of my own. So I went to a place called Fairway Mortgage, which is another lender on the list that works with grant programs, and they have been awesome. They have been very awesome. I like them. Fairway Mortgage Company. It's good. I talked to them on the 24th. I got my pre-approval that same day. After talking to her, I sent her some of my information in, and she got me pre-approved. So I had to go back to the agent and let her send my stuff in. So the agent, my realtor, sends my stuff into the selling agent. The selling agent kept coming back for like revisions of the purchase contract and everything. So finally, I kept saying, well, what's taking them so long to accept my offer? And so finally I went down to the place where the selling agent worked, and they kept saying, well, the only thing we're waiting on is your pre-qualification or your pre-approval. So I went down there and turned it in to them, because every time my realtor tried to send it, she act like she didn't know what to do or whatever. So not my agent, the selling agent. The selling agent kept saying that she wasn't getting it and stuff like that. And I just got tired of my agent trying to, and she actually took it down there one time, but she just dropped it off because the person that really she needed to speak with was not there. So just so happened when I went down there, the person that I needed to speak with was there, and she was like, oh, I got your paperwork. Only thing we were waiting on is a pre-qualification. I said, my realtor has brought it down here, has sent it numerous times with the contract, and she brought it down here, but you are not getting it, so I'm handing it to you personally. So I did that on the 27th. On May 7th, I went under contract, and basically I'm getting a house built from scratch. I'm very happy, and the house will be located in High Point, which I never really thought that I would even move to High Point. So it is what it is. One of the reasons why I ended up staying here as well instead of moving, because I could move anywhere, but when my mom passed away, my church family really did help me, and it helped me through a lot of things. And at this point in time, I don't think I need to go far. I really like being a part of my church. I've been a part of this church for a long time, but I was going to church, and then when my fiance passed away, I got kind of angry, and it wasn't angry at the church or anything. I was just angry at God, because I had finally found somebody that that was like for me. That, I mean, when I say this mug was good to me, he was really good to me, and he wasn't abusive. He wasn't mean. He loved my kids, and my kids loved him, and that was like the one thing that really attracted me to him. He loved my kids, and my kids loved him. And even when we were not really in the best of terms, at one time he would still come and get my son and take him to go get a haircut. He was like that father role for my son. My kids really took to him. My oldest daughter really took to him, and his kids and my kids got along. So it was really like I had finally found like my like he was a part of my family, and I was like, why all of a sudden he passed away? But that's a whole nother story and a whole nother time. But I stayed here because of my church, and I love my church, and I really don't want to leave them right now. And they have been like there every step of the way ever since my mom passed away, and they really show the meaning of God love. They sacrifice. They are a good support system. They're there when I need to talk. They're there when I'm up. They're there when I'm down. They're just there, and I love them so much. But okay, back to the story. So I went under contract on May the 7th, and May the 11th, I picked out the designs. May the 14th, I went to my lender and signed the actual application, because I was actually under contract and I needed to turn some paperwork in as far as getting the grant and stuff like that. So basically, during this time, let me explain. During this time, I had been looking. I didn't get to look at a floor plan because they build the house. Well, I didn't get to look at an actual home, like a what would they call it, a site built home or whatever. I forgot what it's called, but I didn't get to actually look at that because they build based on contract. Like, they don't start building a house until you go under contract. They build to, they don't pre-build them and then sell them. They build them when you go under contract, and they didn't have a spec home for me to look at. They just had, I basically bought this house based on the floor plan, and I like the floor plan. And I tell you, I'm so sleepy. I like the floor plan, but every time when I went to go look at the house, like try to see how the other houses were coming along, it was like it was taking so long. And I had kept asking them. I was like, so I want to move before the holidays because I really don't want to be in this house during the holidays. I really want to be in my own house. I want to celebrate the holidays. This year I wanted to be something different because my mom died around the holidays, and I just want to be in a different spot. So basically I kept checking on the houses and see how they were being done, and they kept saying, well, yeah, your house is supposed to be done by November the 1st. Well, on June the 6th, I got a text stating that the builder had changed because the other builder was not moving fast enough, and it was taking a long time. So now the builder that we have now, he is on it. He is like I know my home will be built in the timeline it's supposed to be built, because like the new builder that they got, I guess all the permits have been pulled, which they say the permits take 30 days. So they pulled all the permits or whatever, and they have started on my home. So I am so happy. Yay! They have started on my home, and they have poured the foundation, and the plumbing and stuff is done. My home will be on a concrete slab, so all the bottom plumbing is done and everything, and whatever else they got to do, and they poured the foundation. So that's where I am now in the home buying process. I'm supposed to close by November the 1st, and hopefully that would still happen since it's on schedule now. So that's where I am now in this home buying process. And if y'all have any questions, feel free to text me leave the comment below, or just ask me anything, or give me some support, or like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I plan on making more informational videos about home ownership. I plan on making videos about the home buyer education class that I'm going to tomorrow from 9 to 5. I have to take a 8-hour home buyer education class in order to be approved for the North Carolina Housing Finance down payment assistance. And that just basically lets you know about home ownership, and if you have any questions, they'll be able to answer them. And just some knowledge, it doesn't hurt. And I'll let y'all know about that class when I'm done with it tomorrow evening. I'll take some notes and what I want to tell people about it. And maybe if you can't take the class, maybe you can watch the video about the class that I'm going to be taking. Maybe you can watch the video and get some information about what I give to you about what happened in the class. So y'all have a good night. I'm going to get me some rest, and love you, and talk to you later.